Welcome back to another episode of Cloud Chronicles with Asma and Razia, your go to series where we unpack cloud and AI topics in a snack sized, no stress conversations. I'm your host Asma, and as always, I have got my co host Razia with me. In today's episode, we are continuing our journey through the AWS Certified AI Practitioner track, and this time we are zooming in on supervised learning. Hey Razia, what are we going to cover in this episode?
Hello everyone. In today's episode, we are diving into supervised learning from what it is to how it works to its different types. You'll actually use in real world AI project. We have got it all lined up for you. So grab your coffee and let's get started.
So, Razia, in the last episode, we have been talking a lot about different kinds of data like labeled, unlabeled, structured, and unstructured data. But how do machine learning algorithms actually use all of this data? Can you break down the main types of ML algorithms and how they handle data differently?
Absolutely, Asma. There are three main categories of machine learning algorithms, and each one uses data in its own unique way. Let me break down it. It is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforced learning, and also it includes semi supervised learning.
Razia, please tell me more about supervised learning.
Sure, Asma. In supervised learning, the model learns from label data, where both the input and the correct output are provided in a data set. It's like saying, here is an email and it is spam. Here is another one, it is not spam. The model picks up on patterns from those examples.
So, Razia, how does model learning happen? So, it learns by example.
The algorithm looks at the input output pairs and learns the relationship between them. It tries to minimize the error between its prediction and the actual output. This process is called training.
That's cool, Razia. But what kind of stuff supervised learning algorithms can actually do in real life?
So many things, Asma, like predicting house prices based on size, location. And it can be used in stock price prediction and weather forecasting too. Also, it is used in facial recognition, medical diagnosis, even voice assistants like Siri and Alexa.
Okay, Razia, I get what supervised learning is. But can you walk me through how it actually works? Like step by step? How do we go from raw data to the working model? And maybe even how this all plays out on AWS.
Absolutely, Asma. Think of it like building a smart assistant. You have got to teach it before it can help you. So, here's the usual flow of supervised learning. First thing is you collect label data. Collecting label data is the foundation. You need examples where both the input and the correct output are known, like loan applications marked approved or rejected. Then the second step is you split the data into two sets, one for the training model and one for the testing it later. It's a kind of like studying with a practice test and then checking your knowledge with the real one. Then comes you train the model. You feed the training data into your algorithm and it starts learning patterns like what kind of customers usually pay back loans on time. After training your model, you evaluate it. Now it's time to see how well your model learned. You give it the test data, which it hasn't seen before, and check how accurate its predictions are. If it performs well, you are ready for the next step. And then final step is you deploy the model. This means making it available for real users or systems to use. On AWS, you can do this using Amazon SageMaker. It takes care of the heavy lifting like hosting, scaling, and monitoring. And the cool part is, if you don't want to code all of this manually, Amazon SageMaker Autopilot can automate the whole pipeline from data preparation to model tuning. And for large language models, you can fine tune them using Bedrock.
Okay, Razia, but what types are there for supervised learning, or is it just one kind?
No, there are mainly two types. One is classification, and next one is regression. Classification includes predicting a category, like tagging emails as spam or not spam, or recognizing whether an image contains a cat or a dog. The common algorithms included in classification are logistic regression for binary stuff like yes or no, and decision trees like a flowchart, pretty easy to understand. Then random forest, a bunch of decision trees working together. Then support vector machines, SVM, good for classification. Next, K nearest neighbors, KNN, checks who's nearby to make a guess. The next category is regression. When the output is a number, like predicting someone's salary based on experience, predicting house prices based on square footage or location, we use regression. Common algorithms for regression are linear regression, which is the classic one for predicting numbers. Then we have SVR, support vector regression, which predicts within a margin using support vector principles.
Cool, Razia. What are the challenges in supervised learning? But is it always easy to use?
Not always, Asma. The hardest part is getting good, clean, and label data. Also, sometimes the model gets too good at the training data and flops on real stuff. We call that overfitting. And if your data is biased, your model ends up learning biased stuff too.
Okay, folks, that's a wrap on today's episode. We just unpacked the world of supervised learning algorithms, what they are, how they work, and why there is such a big deal in building smart ML models. We hope it made a topic feel a little less intimidating and a lot more exciting. Coming up next, we are diving into the world of unsupervised learning, where models go freestyle and find patterns all on their own. Trust us, you don't want to miss it. Got questions or curious about something in AI or cloud? Drop them our way. We would love to feature them in next episodes. Until next time, stay curious, stay building, and keep leveling up your AI game. Catch you soon.